Alright, so I've been trying to update you guys on my project and give you a little bit of a heads up on like where I'm going with it. I put up a bunch of the pictures of the concepts that I had since the conversion on the scanner didn't work so well. It's kind of all jumbled up, so maybe just like me actually showing you in a video will kind of like clear up some of the confusion from the images. Basically what I've done is I took the old forearm design and like rehashed everything, because there were a lot of problems with pieces getting in the way to where you couldn't flex your arm all the way, you couldn't do like a full curl, parts were messing up with the shoulder, the upper arm was screwing up. So I just took all that and like kind of threw it out and just remade everything. It's a concept I call Avoidance Armor. Basically it's exactly as it sounds. The armor just moves out of the way of you so that you can have a full range of motion and not have to worry about anything like mucking up or getting in the way. Basically what I did was I took the old forearm and used a lot of the concepts I learned while building it, incorporated them into the new design, and then took the avoidance armor, put it one step further, and I even added an opening and closure device so that the armor can actually open up so that you can actually fit in there instead of having to like clamp pieces down on you, screw pieces together to put it on. It's much more convenient. Pretty much like one of the old Iron Man designs that he used to have. So I will show you the piece now. Alright, here is my redesigned forearm piece. Basically what I have is a top half of this two-parter. It's basically designed so that I can have an open and closure system, since the other forearm didn't have that. I have a couple of slight changes, and even this one has some fixes that I still need to work out. Here's of course an elbow joint. Here's part of the closure system. I will, when I get more of this built, I'll demonstrate that and actually make it work so that you can see how it functions and what it's there for and all that. The avoidance armor system is pretty simple. It's basically just the same as like the old system I had with the push rod, because with the push rod this would move forward and then move all of this part of the armor out of the way. But with this I've enhanced that to make it to where the push rod system moves the panels out of the way, and the panels actually separate and fall down into the slats on the side, thus making everything move out of the way to where you have no problem whatsoever with flexibility. The old armor, again, it had the long metal piece that would basically get in the way of your wrist and your hand and all that stuff up there. This doesn't have that problem anymore. When I get more of it done, I'll be able to demonstrate the pushrod system with this. Unfortunately, I kind of screwed up with the elbow joints and didn't take into account that the whole piece has to be pretty much canted out to adjust for the fact that your forearm isn't just one straight line. It curves out to the side, so these pieces actually have to be brought in and made straight. So when I do that, I'll be able to fix the kinks that I have. There's also a problem with when I cut the panels for the avoidance armor. I made them far too large. These are actually an inch long, and that's way too large, because as you can see, this piece of PVC, it fits like right there on my forearm. So it's definitely, this is way too big. I'll have to cut those down and readjust those, and I'm actually going to have to cut down the closing parts so that I can fit the second ones over in this area right here, because otherwise it's going to be way too long, and this thing, the opening and closing system, will screw up. So just a quick video update of what I've got so far, since I couldn't get my camera to take pictures.